All right. Let me just cross check whether we are live or not. Here we go. We are live. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back into another episode, day 6 of our You Scared Challenge, which is all about ending the year with momentum. Just like the first 5 days, we are going to have amazing, incredible information here for you. And just to expand the level of information and expand the level of learning that you're going to have, we have our special guest, my business partner, Shaker, over here with us. Now, before we begin, I just want all of you to share this video on different platforms so that we can interact with different people, we can reach more audience, because the objective, agenda, and the intention of these sessions is to help impact and inspire people in the different part of the world. So I can see there are audience joining with us. Kevin is here. Hi, Kevin. Welcome back to the show. All right, perfect. Cool. So today we have an incredible topic. It's about the unseen forces. And I guess, in the morning, I put up a post on Instagram. It was a poll on Instagram. Let me go and check it out how many reaction, answers we have got over there. All right. So the question I posted on Instagram was, do you believe in the power of unseen forces? Okay. And 90% of the people believe in the power of unseen forces, and 10% people say they don't believe. But everyone who is on the call today, we are not only going to make you believe that there is something called as unseen forces, but we are going to also teach you, help you how to tap onto those unseen forces and take benefit of those forces to help you to achieve whatever goals that you have set for yourself. So, without any further delay, let's get start the things. So, Shekhar, welcome to the show. Over to you. Let us
Thank you,
build up the
Sukhpreet.
foundation
Okay.
that what those unseen forces are. Over to you, Shekhar.
Okay. Thank you, Sukhpreet. In this chapter, relying on the unseen forces, Price Pritchard is basically talking about the forces with which the subconscious mind creates our reality. And our subconscious mind creates our reality by the persistent thoughts that goes into our conscious mind throughout the day. So we set our goals, and then after setting our goals, it just looks scary and it looks exciting at the same time. It looks scary because we've never done it before. Therefore, we think about give me the money, or how am I going to get along with this project. And it's exciting because at the same time, that's our true desire. We really want that money. We really want to work on that project. We really want to become the person that we want to become. But then every time we set a goal that is too big for us to achieve, it's always scary. And yet at the same time, we want to achieve it. Now, there's a little bit of duality over here. So Price Pritchard says that we need to rely on the unseen force. What is this unseen force? This unseen force is what I would say the formless substance, which Wallace Wattles talked about in his book, The Science of Getting Rich. You see, Wallace Wattles explained that there is this formless substance in the universe, one formless substance out of which everything that we see in the universe that has form has come out of this formless substance. What does that imply? It implies that every matter that you see around you, it has its blueprint in this one formless substance through which everything arises, comes out, is born of. There's no two formless substances, okay? There's only one formless substance. Now, the thing is, since we haven't seen this formless substance, it becomes difficult for us to build faith that it can be achieved. Now, if you read the chapter on faith from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, you're going to see the same thing. Napoleon Hill also asks you to have faith that your desires will be accomplished. How do these desires get accomplished, which seems impractical or unreal to us? It all gets accomplished with the way our subconscious mind brings about all the tools and resources. It brings about us all the contacts, the money, everything that you can imagine that will make you go closer to your goal every single day. It happens when we take action, and our subconscious mind does the rest. So how does our subconscious mind, is able to do it? We don't know. We are not able to see it. And this is the only reason why we have a little bit of difficulty in having faith that whatever it is we truly want, we can achieve it. That is the only problem. And the answer is that we have to rely on the unseen forces that go about creating the entire universe. You see, the power that makes all the planets move, the power that makes the sun shine, as Dr. Joseph Murphy said, is the same power that's flowing to and through you, to and through me. It's the same power that's regulating our blood circulation in the body. It's the same power that's making our heart beat. And our subconscious mind is connected to everything in the universe. And in this way, just because we are not able to see our heart beating, just because we are not able to see our blood circulating in our body, does not mean that we do not believe that it happens that way, right? We do believe in it. But this is where we need to draw a line. Just because we cannot see something that's happening with our own eyes, just because we cannot hear something that's happening with our own ears, does not mean it does not exist. Think about all the greatest scientists. Read the chapter, The Law of Supply, by Raymond Holliwell in his book, Working with the Law. He talks about how civilization got all its inventions because the greatest scientists, the greatest innovators relied on this one unseen force. They knew that if they have the idea of the bulb or a car, or it could be anything, there is a formless substance in the universe which has a blueprint for it. Now, if I don't have the blueprint ready for it, as to how am I going to run my business, as to what products and services I'll be able to give in my business, what are my true talents, we do not need to worry about it. We need to just build the end picture. That's all that we need to do. What is it that we truly want? What are the products that we need to build? What kind of business do we want to run? That is the end picture that we need to build. And then we have to give this end picture to the unseen force that is actually going to build our reality. How do we pass on over this desire to the unseen force that is actually going to create our reality? We do it by repeatedly thinking that whatever it is that we have dreamed of, that dream has actually come about. We are right now living that dream. Don't go by your senses. Your senses are going to tell you, well, that's a wall, that's this, that's a cat, that's a dog. That's the job of your senses, to tell you what it is around your reality. But if you do not like your reality, and instead you like a reality where your dreams are already fulfilled, give that picture to your conscious mind throughout the day. And with your feelings, your subconscious mind will understand properly what it is you truly want. And then your subconscious mind will use these unseen forces and create your reality. That's exactly what the entire process is all about. So this is how we develop faith. This is how we understand how to rely on the unseen forces. You see, when we are relying on the unseen forces, we're not doing or going by something called blind faith. We are not like, okay, fine, it exists. Okay, I believe in it because someone told me. No, think about how every invention, how every innovation takes place. The engineers, the scientists, everything expanding in technology. People never had a blueprint to expand technology. They always started with a wish that we need to upgrade technology. And then the blueprint came because they were repeatedly thinking about expanding technology, upgrading technology, and that's how they started experimenting. They failed, but even in their failure, they had faith that since they have a desire, they knew that this unseen force, this formless substance, will give them the blueprint in the end to make their desires come true. And that's exactly what we need to do for our business or for any kind of goals that we have. We just have to give to our conscious mind repeated pictures on how our dream exactly looks like. We need to have controlled imagination for that, by the way. And when we control our imagination into thinking what it is we want and keep on thinking about it throughout the day, as if, you see, act as if your goals have already been accomplished. That is where this unseen force will give you the idea. You might be working on a project or doing something that is totally not related to your goal. And at that time, an idea will pop out in your mind, just like, toast of breads pop out of a toaster. And you'll be like, okay, this is exactly what I was thinking of. Why didn't I think of this first? That is how all of these things happen. You just have to keep on giving repeated idea of what it is you truly want to achieve in your life. Feel that you have already achieved it, and your subconscious mind working with this unseen force will give you the exact idea, an idea that will be truly unique to you. And when you act upon that idea without any fear, with confidence, you will have all of your objectives met. That's what you call relying on the unseen force. We have to rely on this unseen force. Over to you, Sukhveer. What are your thoughts on this?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Shekhar. When I was reading this chapter, and even when while you was talking about unseen forces, I just had a look at the pages over there that I have in my hand. There is a one line that is absolutely incredible. I will read that for everybody. And I want you to listen this line, my dear friends. Whenever I use the word listen, remember that we listen with emotions while we hear with our ears. Okay, absence of evidence. Now, listen carefully. Absence of evidence is not evidence of their absence. Now, this line may cause you to keep thinking for whole life. You know, what is happening right now? Just ask yourself a question. You might have a phone in your hand right now, or you may be sitting on a laptop. Shekhar is sitting in Kolkata, I am here in Punjab, and some of you may be watching it in New York, maybe Canada, maybe Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, wherever in the world you are. Can you see that internet or the digital signal which is doing all this broadcasting right now? No, you cannot. At the same time, the light I'm using right now, and in fact, the light you have in your house right now, that light, in fact, the whole system of your house is running on electricity. Have you ever seen electricity in your life? Never. But we rely on it. We rely on it. We connect the wires in our house, and then we put the bulb or the tube or whatever is in the socket, and we press the button. Have you ever doubted while pressing the button that the light is not going to switch on? You rely on electricity, you rely on that unseen force. You know why you rely on that unseen force? Because somebody has told you, somebody has taught you, you have seen that this is how electricity works. But our problem is that we have never understood that something similar can actually happen in our life. When I say something similar can happen in our life, by that I mean that there is a equally powerful, in fact more powerful force than electricity, that can give you everything, literally everything that you want. But that requires for you to first believe in the existence of that power. Many people does not even conceive the idea of such an power outside, and that is the reason why many people are living their life in misery and poverty. Whenever I recommend my clients to that, get on a piece of paper and write down your goal on that card. I tell them to write down something that you believe you really want, not a logical amount, but something that you seriously want. And some of the clients, when they write down the goal, for them it feels like a absolute fantasy, a mere impossibility. But what happens once they start working with their mind? Once they start working with their mind, slowly and steadily they start believing. Slowly and steadily they start building that faith inside that I can do it. Maybe, yes, it's possible. And slowly and steadily they reach a time when it's not only possible, it becomes inevitable for them. Now, I'm going to read something for you from this book right here that I have in front of me right now. And I want you to just listen, okay? He said, quantum leaps are merely the process of using yourself and your world differently, thus allowing other possibilities that exist to actually materialize. Your willingness to make a quantum leap is the enabler. How many times what happened? Many times in our life when we are living in a certain environment, we are living a certain kind of life, we do not pay certain attention to certain things, and we just start assuming that this is the only way things can happen. But once you let go of that idea that this is the only way things can happen, and you start entertaining the possibility the possibility of abundance, the possibility of prosperity, the possibility of having great wealth, there becomes a big shift into your life. And that's what I want you to focus on. Focus on the possibility. Focus on the possibility of having that quantum leap in your life. Just ask yourself a question: what if? What if I can earn my whole yearly income within this month, just this month, December? Wouldn't that be great? Now, I know some of you are going to like shut down their minds listening to that idea, which is the most logical thing for you to do. But remember, in every given situation, you have three choices. Either you accept an idea, or you ridiculously reject that idea, or you play with that idea. And I'm not going to say that just accept our ideas, because even I don't accept every idea that comes to me, and I even don't reject ideas. I play with ideas. I play with them in my mind, and once I play with them in my mind, so slowly and steadily, I reach to a point where I am firmly convinced that why I want. If I want something, then I will be firmly convinced that why I want that thing. And this is what I want you to focus on right now. you know think about it. Now I'll bring Shaker back right now here, to share some more ideas with you about this invisible power. Let's talk about this point, Shaker, that
Yeah.
why you think people have difficulty accepting this idea of invisible supply. Why people have difficulty? Over to you for that,
It
Shaker.
all goes. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, Shaker.
Okay. It all goes back to our environment, the way we were raised. I would even give a little part of that blame to our friends, school, everything that's there in the environment, because we grew up around us, uh, going and sharing our ideas with our friends, with our near ones, the dear ones. And every time, since we were kids, we shared an idea that was too big, we were always ask questions. We were fired questions, in fact. How are you going to do that? Do you know how much time it's going to take? Do you know about this? Do you know about that? Now, the example that you gave, how about earning the entire year's income in this month of December? Now, imagine going to your office, going to your colleagues and telling them, announcing them that, you know what, I want to earn the entire year's income over here in this month of December. What's going to happen? Obviously they're going to fire questions at you. How is that possible? What's your salary? Look at the tax deductions that are happening every month. It's all of these things happening in our environment that does not make us believe that there's an unseen force which can make our dreams come true. And because we haven't even worked with them, to work with the unseen force, first we have to have a very good understanding of only two levels of our mind, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. That's it. Only when we start working with it, as you gave the example of writing the goal card, in the first 1 week, probably it just seems like a lie. It's like I've written the goal card, I'm reading the goal card every single day in the morning, noon, and night. And yet I think that it's not possible. And it all happens because of our early conditioning. That's the only thing. So it doesn't matter how many books we have read, unless we are in a proper coaching session with a professional coach, it will always seem unrealistic. But when we keep on doing it over and over and over again, our conscious mind takes the idea that this is possible. And when the idea is taken as it is possible, the subconscious mind feels that it's possible. Only then the subconscious mind works with the unseen force and then gives us all the ideas that we need. You see, the ideas are unique. It's not necessary that it has to come to me. Maybe I'll attract a person in my life who will just, while talking, give me an idea. And I'll be like, yes, I resonate with that idea. How did you think of it? It was my idea. I wanted to do that. All of these miraculous things are going to happen when we start using our conscious mind in a proper way and our subconscious mind in a proper way. That is the only time we will prove to ourselves that it's only the unseen forces which gives the best business ideas, best relationship ideas, best money ideas. Think about any idea that you want to have in your life, that you want to get manifested. It all happens through the unseen forces. Logic will always try to tell you it's not possible. And logic is something that our senses, our sight, our hearing, they believe it more than what our heart actually dreams of manifesting. That's the only problem. So what we need to do is, when we set a goal for ourselves that's scary and exciting at the same time, We have to understand that it's scary because our logic is telling us it's scary. It cannot be done because there are so many limited resources. It cannot be done because we don't have the money to do that. But at the same time, our heart tells us that this is exactly what we want. This is the kind of person that we want to become. I want that not because it's a frivolous desire. I want that because it's going to make me grow my talents more. So what if I'm short of little money? Let me rely on this unseen force, and it will tell me how to get to accomplish my goals with maybe little or no money. Or maybe I can take a small subscription of something. Maybe I don't need to buy a software that's thousands of dollars. We might keep on thinking, oh, I need to buy a software that's $2,000. But once we start working with our mind, we might understand that we don't need that software. Maybe we can build a system all of ourselves to do it. Or maybe there's a different way altogether apart from that software that can help us achieve our goals. You see, logic always keeps on telling us this is possible only through this. And it shows us one or two options. But when we start relying on the unseen force, that is exactly when we get options upon options upon options. And we know it through our heart that this is the option for me. And this is exactly what if I'll do, my talents will explode and I'll get everything that I want. All the tools, all the resources, all the contacts, they'll be mine. I just need to expand on my talents. And that can only happen when I'm reading my goal card morning, noon, and night every time. It'll just seem unbelievable only in the first week, maybe in the first 2 weeks, maybe. But after that, I will slowly start believing in it because my subconscious mind will keep on telling me this can be done, that can be done, and it'll start giving me options. Taking action every single day is what's going to tell me which direction I'm supposed to go to. If I'm not taking actions and I'm just thinking, okay, the unseen forces will do everything, that's not going to happen. The unseen forces give us the ideas which need to be executed so that what looks scary to us will look confident to us. But we are supposed to take action every single day whenever we get the idea, irrespective of whether it's going to be a successful outcome or not. We are supposed to keep on taking action every single day, having the mentality of resilience. That's what I think about
Absolutely
that.
right, Jacob. Absolutely. Now I'll read another paragraph that is very impactful, right? It says that the unseen forces seems to operate through your subconscious mind, mental imagery, intuition, and luck. You might be hit with a flash of inspiration during a moment of solitude. A creative solution to a problem may come to you in a dream. A breakthrough idea can flash through mind while you're visualizing your goal. Somehow the resources you need just seems to appear by coincidence. Now this is what I want all of you to understand. When was the last time when you decided to do something? And you decided to do something because you just wanted it. You had no clue how it will manifest. You have no idea whether it will manifest or not. And at the same time, you have absolutely no knowledge how to do it. And then you succeeded in that. I know we all have one or two things in our life like this, when we have done something which we have never expected of ourselves. And it has incredibly, out of nowhere, has given us the results that we have never imagined of ourselves. This has happened with every single one. You know why that happens? When you trust, when you put your faith into a power that is way more powerful than anybody can imagine, you are bound to get attract bound to attract ideas. Like for example, this study, the show that we're doing right here, that was just an inspiration. I was thinking about doing something else, a seminar or something like that. But then all of a sudden, I have that hunch that maybe this could be a way, way better idea than anything else. So I decide that I'm going to give value irrespective of whatever happens around me. I'm going to make a commitment that every single day I'll be there live on Facebook, and YouTube together, giving the value, the best I can offer. And we are here giving you the same suggestion that for yourself, give yourself 100% confidence, at least for next 30 days, that I'm going to take dedicated and committed action towards my goal. Because when you take a dedicated step toward your goal, you may never know what you end up attracting. And this is super, super powerful. Now, we have talked about what are those unseen forces. We have even talked about why we have difficulties believing in that unseen forces. Now, we both will be giving you some practical suggestions you can apply to practice that unseen forces every day in your life. So, Shekhar, first over to you.
Yeah.
What will be your go to formula for our audience to use so that they can start, number one, using unseen forces and
Hmm.
they start experiencing the miracle of those unseen forces? So, what is the routine that you follow to tap into those unseen forces, Shekhar? Over to you.
Okay, I follow Neville's secret, as I would put it, and it's called controlled imagination. In controlled imagination, what happens is first we need to realize that from morning till the time we go to bed, our imagination is not controlled. It just keeps about thinking of everything that's going on, right? We had a conversation with a friend, we keep on thinking about the conversation. We watched news, we keep on thinking about the news. We got an email and like we got angry over the email or angry over someone on the phone call, and we keep on thinking about all those things. But controlled imagination is the only process through which we can achieve our goals, because this is the place where the subconscious mind goes to work with the unseen forces. So in controlled imagination, what happens is we are reading our goal card thrice a day, maybe 4 times, 5 times is a better practice. But when you're reading the goal card, don't just put it away later on. When you read the goal card, feel as if it's done. And then when you go about doing the rest of the work throughout the day, you're working on different projects, right? Just feel that your goal has already been accomplished. I know in the outer reality, everything will seem that you're still working in the same office, you're still doing the same old job, you're still doing working on the same old projects. But what you need to do is you need to have a controlled imagination and keep imagining that you are doing what you want to do. What would you do when your goals have already been accomplished? How would you feel when your goal has already been accomplished? That is the picture that you need to keep on giving to your imagination repeatedly over and over and over again. Now, in the beginning, this will seem very boring. It's the same picture that I'm building over and over again. But what's going to happen is, as you persist in your controlled imagination every single day, you will see that the picture of the goal that you had, more pictures are going to get added to it, and it all comes through inspiration. You will start building an expansive picture of your lifestyle. For example, you want to have a better business, right? Maybe your business is not going good right now and you want to better your business. So start imagining through your controlled imagination how you would like your business to be, and later on you will see many more things getting added up in the picture. For example, you will see you are giving your products to many more distributors. You might be thinking, oh, inside my city there are so many distributors who want my products, and I've been sitting over here thinking that the market is down. There are many other ideas that your subconscious mind will keep on giving you, and then your picture is going to get expanded every single day. The only thing that you need to do is have controlled imagination. Forget about what happened in the news. That's just for the news. Let it go. Forget about what your friends told you. Forget about what your parents are telling you, what your relatives are telling you. Let it just be a short conversation. Okay, you might like certain things, you might not like certain things. Don't be in a bad feeling. The only way to get out of bad feeling and not to entertain bad feelings is to have controlled imagination, and keep on thinking throughout the day, how would you feel if your goals were already accomplished? That is how you build controlled imagination. And just like anything, it needs practice. You have to start using this exercise of controlled imagination, and you have to do it every single day. Only with practice you will see, as your picture is automatically expanding, you're also getting the resources and the help that you need to build the picture of your dreams, to build the business of your dreams, or any goal that it is that you're working on right now. It will just keep on expanding in the picture, and you will see help coming to you. And this help does not come by magic, it comes by a process. And we are not able to believe in this process because it comes through unseen forces. We just don't know how it happens. It just happens. All that we need to do is take control of our mind and have controlled imagination. Once you get used to controlled imagination, you will see that everything in your life is just going towards betterment and betterment and betterment. That's what I would like to share,
Absolutely.
Sukhveer.
Absolutely, absolutely, Shaker. Now, I'm going to give you one suggestion. and at the same time, I'm going to give you one tool to use. Okay. Now, the one tool that I'm going to give you today, it is this gratitude journal, right? Now, this is a journal that I wrote and I published in the beginning of this year. And this journal is available on Amazon, it is available on Flipkart, and it is available on Amazon.com. So, irrespective of wherever in the world you are, you can just go to Amazon and type My Gratitude Journal by Sukhbir Singh, and you will get it. All right. If you're buying it on Amazon.com, the cover may be a little different. If you're buying it from Amazon.in Indian, this will be like this, exactly like this. Now, this journal has a step by step process in which, on the very first page, you write down the things that you're grateful for. And then there are three questions to ask yourself every single day. Those three questions are very precise and very specific. Okay. And if you ask those three questions to yourself every single day, it can literally impact your life in a very big way. Now, let's come to the suggestion part. The suggestion part that I have for you is that, number one, just like Shaker, have your goal card. Number two, every single day when you wake up, be grateful. Okay. When I say be grateful, on a journal or even on a copy, write down the things that you are grateful for. Okay. Remember, when you're writing down the things that you're grateful for, be open hearted. Accept every single thing around you as a thing to be grateful for. Because remember, even in your life right now, where you are, there are many people who dream to live the life that you're living. There are many people who dream to live the life that you're living. So there are many things to be grateful for. Right now we are watching this live stream, but we never know how many people around the world may have been just living their last few seconds. Just imagine that. I'm not sure what is the exact ratio, but I believe that every single time around the world, or maybe after an hour or something like that, there are many people who are leaving this planet. Aren't you grateful being here? I want you to touch on to that feeling, how grateful you are. And I'm putting up the link in the chat box right now, in the comment box, for the gratitude journal. If you're on Facebook and if you're on YouTube, you will be able to see the link, and you can just click on the link and you can buy your gratitude journal over there. Okay. So, my number one suggestion is, have a goal card, write your goal on it, read it multiple times during the day. Number two, every single day, write down gratitude. Okay. Gratitude. Write down every single thing that you're grateful for. Number three, visualize. Sit down in your office, a place where nobody will disturb you. Simply close your eyes. Even if you don't know the meaning of visualization, not a problem at all. You can give yourself commands like my dream home. Close your eyes. Now build image of your dream home. How does it looks like? Where will be the how will be the balcony of the garden, everything. Just put it there. Build up an image. Your office, how does your office look like? Just get into your mind like that. Build an image of it. That's the simplest way of visualization. And remember, nobody is perfect, but if you do it the same thing every day for 90 days, you will be different. You will be different. That is the third suggestion. And then the fourth one is that, take action. Remember the words of Wallace D. Waddles. By thoughts, you bring the things closer to you that you want, but by action, you receive them. So just relying on unseen forces and just believing they will help you won't help you. You got to take action on the ideas that are coming in your mind. You got to put things into practice. Even if we sit at home and we just keep reading books, it won't change our life. We read books, we apply the content of the books, and then we teach that to many other people. You know why? Because we believe in the possibility of abundance out there, and you should have the same thing. Okay. So that is the point that we really wanted to convey to you today. And I really hope you have enjoyed the session. And I'll again encourage you that go to Amazon and get a copy of this. And if you don't know, there is a challenge going on our Instagram page. All you have to do is go to our Instagram page, like our post, comment there, and invite maybe as many friends you can, because at the end of the year, on 31st of the this month, I'm going to announce three winners, and those three winners will be winning a free one-on-one coaching with me. So it's your turn right now to grab that opportunity. All you got to do is go to our Instagram and share it as much as you can with everybody around you. If you are serious enough to get into my coaching, this is your opportunity. It won't cost you a single dollar, but it will cost you your time and your genuine intention to help others. Okay, so on that note, thank you so much, Shaker, for being here and making this episode more powerful, helping everybody understand the power of unseen forces. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys, with the next episode on the day 7. Till then, take care and live the life the way you want to live. Thank you, Shaker. I'll see you in the next
Thank you,
episode.
Sukhveer.